Okay, welcome back. The second part of this demo for the gift formats, I believe, yes, we actually had to get these things typed. Okay, the format that is filling the blank. Then we went through all this process, the matching. So once you are done typing the setup like this, what you need to do is that you are now ready for the content to be uploaded. Good. So now we can go to the course that you intend to do the upload, and then you must first turn on the editing. So actually it goes through the same process like we did for the Akins format. It's the same process. Okay, just that I'll point something out to you. So we want to do it under still on respiration. Yes, I think this was the objectives. Let me check here. Okay, so yeah, so let's just say we want to upload it here. Then we must go to add an activity over here. Okay, so add an activity. Then of course it's an activity, so we go to activity, and then we go and find quiz. We find a quiz, and as usual we say click to start. Click to start quiz. So you can describe it as, let's say, fill in the blank. Or you can say matching, whichever way that is appropriate. So you display. Then you set the timing as usual. You must set the timing. This is very important. You enable this, and then you set the time that you expect the student to start this assignment, as in the date, sorry. So you pick the date, 22nd, maybe September 2020, enabled, and then the close date for the quiz, you can also enable it, and then you specify if it's 26th September. Of course, so you have about just 4 days interval for them to, but the days interval is not a problem, but what you don't have to forget is to enable this guy here, the time. Okay, so that you set the time based on the type of questions that you have given them, 10 minutes if you want to. Then when the time expires, of course it should submit. If you don't want to, you can come and explore some of the options that are right here. You set the grade category, what quiz exactly. So I keep saying that it is very important that you set up your grade book. Once again, I want to repeat that if you have not set up your grade book and you want to go ahead and give assignment, the assignment will be flying in the air like that. Yes, because it is not in any category. So here we have exam, we have homework, we have, so you need to specify where exactly this assignment is going to sit. If it's a project, if it's a homework, fine, you choose homework, and then that's just it. You can leave everything like that, everything will work fine. Then the layout, you specify how many questions you want to be displayed in a page. If you say 2, then you can pick 2. So yes, these are basically some of the things that will be essential for now for you to actually do. Once you are done, save and display. Good. So this is what we have. Like you can see, we have the quiz would not be available until this time. It will close at this time, the time limit and everything, highest grade attempted. So that is that. No questions have been added yet. That is just for your information. We have only created a folder, let me just put it that way. So we have a bag, but that bag does not contain anything. Okay, so we want to add something. Okay, so once that is added, you can now jump into your you can come here, page settings, and then go to question bank. Is very important that you upload it from the question bank. Good. So once you have your question bank opened right there, the next thing you do is that you can now go to your category to find out if you want to create a different category for maybe true or false, and name it true or false or matching or anything. Okay, you can set up your category from here, and once that is set up, you can choose it. But for now, I'll go straight to import it into the default this thing. But I hope that is okay. I mean, yes. So now here we want to do the import, and as I said, the last time we were looking at Akins format. This time we are going for gift format because of the type of stuff that we use. We can go for Akins format. Okay, so that is that. We choose the file that we want to actually import, which we have typed. You choose it. Okay, so there we have it. You can now go and choose a file which will take you to your local drive. If you are using a mobile phone, it will take you to your file manager or your Google Cloud, wherever that you have saved your stuff. It will send you straight there. Wow. What is happening? Okay, so now our stuff is here. We can now go to the desktop, I guess. Where are you, desktop? We can go to desktop, and then we can find digital school quizzes, and then it's here as mixed. That is how I saved it. It depends on how you saved yours. Okay, so you can now upload this file. Okay, now that it has been uploaded, you can now import. Okay, and these are the 6 questions that we prepared. It has numbered them neatly, so now we can now continue. So it has been added to our question bank. Okay, great. So there we have it. This is our questions. It has been successfully imported to our default test. Okay, that's I said I didn't create any category here, so once I didn't create any category, it will come here. But at best, try and create categories for each of the questions that you are uploading, and once you do that, you can easily identify, just like naming your folder. You know what is inside. So we need so that the objective questions or the Akins format does not mix up with the gift format. Okay, so whatever type of questions you are setting, as much as possible, create a category to house that particular question, so that you can easily go ahead and do your upload. Good. So that is that for this one. Then the next thing that you're supposed to do is to once we are done, okay, so now we can go into the course where were we sitting? Okay, so we go into the course. It was here, and then yes, of course. So you can now say click to start. It has been uploaded, but it is still empty. Let us not forget that. It is still empty. Okay, yes, so it is still empty. So what we need to do is actually go here and then preview. Okay, so once we preview, this is what we have. We can now shuffle, turn on the shuffling. We have gone through this during the when we're trying to do the Akins format. So we can now turn on this button so that if you have 1,000 questions, it can shuffle through all the 1,000 questions. And if you have students sitting for the same exam, they are going to, or the same test, they are going to have different questions on the same topic to answer. That is why it's very important to build your question bank. Okay, so we want to pick it from question bank. That is where we want to import our questions. Yes, so by default we have all this. If these are all the questions you have imported and you don't want to select them one after the other, you just hit on this button here and then it will auto select everything for you. Once you are done, this button is here, add selected question to quiz. You click on that and there you have it. It would be added to the folder that you created as click to add. Okay, so there we have it. These are the questions. It has been added. You remember we selected 2 questions at a page, so page 1, 2 in that order. So it will put them into that very order for us. Once we are done, okay, don't forget that the total number of questions that you have set up should correspond to your maximum grade. Okay, so if you have 10 questions, it should be 10 questions, but in our case we have 6 questions, so you can change it to 6. But it all depends on how your grade book has been set up and how many questions you require from the students. Okay, so that is that for our part. Then once we are done, the questions are now here. Students can view them and then have a look at it. So if you want to see how the questions are appearing, of course you can go to the course, the topic that you've uploaded the question, and then go and click to start. And then once you say click to start, because we have set a date that is higher, the student cannot view this. Okay, the student, this information would be given from the student side, so they can't view it because it is not yet 22nd September. So until 22nd September the quiz will not be open to the students. But however, you can preview it to see how it looks, or it will look like on the screen for the students. So this is the alert that they will get. Start attempt. Okay, so this is the alert that they will get. And then once you click on start quiz, you have this quiz to play with. So you see, these are the question numbers. You can be toggling through the question numbers. This is the time that was set for the students, and so once this time is out, you should submit the student questions automatically based on the setup that you did at the settings. Here the student can type what is here. Remember these questions. Yes, so that is it. So the student can go to next page to view the next set of questions. Okay, so this is the next set of questions. These are all fill in the blanks, and this is what we are talking about. So whatever that is supposed to be here, once it's typed here, the answer would be, because we have set the answers already. So if the answer is wrong, of course, automatically once the student is done and submitted, it's supposed to mark and tell the student the score. Okay, so that is that with this one, and this is how the matching will look like. Remember, I told you that let us match it. If it's speaker, let us match it to its output. Okay, and then do all those kind of microphone should be an input device. Microphone should be an input device. This should be storage. Okay, so let's leave this one wrong and let's leave this one correct output. Okay, so that is that, and then let's choose instruction time for this one. All right, so finish and submit. Okay, so it says what? Not yet answered. Question 1. You remember we didn't attempt or submit or and finish. Maybe you don't know the 1, 2, and the like. So it will mark. The system will mark, as you can see, this green one here is correct. All this red here is wrong, and so you will see that it has been started at this time. It was finished. It was completed at this time. Time taken to complete, and then the grade will be there. 1.75 out of 6, and that is 29%. Okay, so over here it will tell you the correct answer. The correct answer is CD-ROM, and here it will also give you what is there. This one to give you the correct answer and all that. So basically that is how the gift format also behaves. So let us explore it. If we have any challenges, let us see how we can deal with the challenges and then solve them. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe so that once there is any update of a video or demo, you can have it and upgrade your understanding on the digital school. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.